Quick Sip Podcast, we just serve a real no toast. Yeah. Came a broken home, quiet nights, loud fights, heart split, first love, turn lies, cold eyes. Business crash, thought that was my last try, but I bet on myself, watch the old me die. Picked up a camera, turned pain to a paycheck. 10 years in, big brands on the name tag. Still remember eating dust in the same flats. Now I frame the world, but I never changed tracks. Quick Sip Podcast, take a hit, level up. Every story from the mud to the top, never stuck. We got hustlers, builders, ones that never gave up. If you fall, stand tall, we ain't never backing up. Quick Sip Podcast, all the wounds, all the wins. Every loss got a cost, but it's sharpened our skin. From the gutter to the glow, still respect where I've been. I'll never forget my roots, let the real begin.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Quick Sip Podcast. Grab your coffee, grab your teh tarik, grab whatever keeps you going, because today's topic is something I've been thinking about for quite some time. What I always hear from the public or any entrepreneur out there, everyone keeps asking, how do I stay relevant? How do I compete? How do I survive when everybody is selling the same thing? And honestly, I think we are asking the wrong question. The real question isn't, how do I stay relevant? The real question is, what problem am I solving? Because relevance is just a byproduct of solving problems. Think about it. Back in the 90s, if you want to buy something, you had to be physically going down to the shop. You want to buy a camera, go to the camera shop. You need groceries, go to the supermarket. You need information, you go to the library. You need direction? Well, good luck. You either had a map or you're going to get lost. Today, everything is in your pocket. Within 30 seconds, I can order food, book a ride, buy a camera lens, pay the bills, and argue with a stranger online, all without leaving my chair. The game has changed, and here is where many businesses get it wrong. They think they are selling a product. No. Consumer don't buy products. Consumer buy solutions. Nobody buys a drill because they love drills. They buy a drill because they want a hole in the wall. Nobody books a wedding photography because they love paying the photographers. No, they buy memories. They buy peace of mind. They buy the feeling of 20 years down the road, they can look back and remember that day. That's the product. Where if you look at China, love them or hate them, they understand the convenience better than almost anyone else. In China, people love to order food, pay bills, book transport, shop online, communicate, and run businesses through a handful of apps. Why? Because convenience wins. Every single time, consumers are lazy. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Humans naturally move towards the easiest path. Water flows downhill. Consumers do too. Now let's talk about Singapore. Singapore is one of the most convenient countries in the world. Think about it. Food deliveries, digital payments, ride-hailing, online banking, same-day deliveries, everything is built around speed. Not because Singaporeans are impatient, although some definitely are, but because time is becoming more valuable than money. People are willing to spend extra just to save time. And that's where the entrepreneurs needs to pay attention. Many small businesses owners focus on their product. The successful ones focus on friction. They simply ask, what's annoying my customer? What's slowing them down? What's frustrating them? And then they removed it. Here's a simple example. Two sellers are selling exactly the same thing. Seller A replies after 2 days. Seller B replies after 2 minutes. Who wins? Seller B. Not because the product is better. The experience is better. The new generations of sellers understands this. The old generation sells products. The new generation sell convenience. The old generation waits for customers. The new generation goes to where the customers already are. TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, live stream, short form videos. A lot of these old school businesses still think if my product is good enough, people will come. Well, maybe that is in 1995, but not in 2026. Today, the best product doesn't always win. The most visible product wins. The easiest product wins. The most trusted product wins. As a podcaster, I have learned this too. Last time, I used to think if I make great episodes, people will come and find me. Not necessarily. There are millions of podcasts. Millions. The challenge isn't creating content. The challenge is getting discovered. And that's why I respect many small creators. The hungry creators. The creators with 300 followers, 500 followers, 1,000 followers. Because they don't have the luxury of a huge audience. Every comment matters. Every shares matters. Every listeners matter. Every customer matters. They are forced to learn. They are forced to adapt. They are forced to innovate. And the funny thing is, many big companies spend millions trying to understand consumers. Meanwhile, some small businesses owners sitting in a coffee shop already know exactly what the customer wants because they actually listen. And listening is such a superpower. Want to know why some businesses become irrelevant? They fall in love with their own products. They stop listening, they stop adapting, they start saying things like, "This is how we always done it." That sentence has buried more businesses than competition ever has. Let's talk about a company many people use daily. Imagine if ride-hailing apps said, "No, customers should wait 45 minutes for a taxi." Nobody would use them. The app solves a problem. You know where the driver is. You know the fare. You know the arrival time. Problem solved. Values created. That's why I believe the future belongs to problem solvers. Not influencers, not marketeers, not salespeople, problem solvers. Because if you solve enough problems, marketing becomes easier. Word spreads, people share, communities form, trust grows. And here's the exciting part. AI is making this even more possible. Many people are afraid of AI. I get it, but I've seen it differently. AI doesn't replace entrepreneurs. AI amplifies entrepreneurs. It allows one person's business to operate like a 5-person business. I've seen it beforehand. You can just send whatever prompt you want, and then this AI replies you. This agent replies you. That agent have a specific role in that app. A 5-person business to operate like 20-person business. The playing field is changing. The winners won't necessarily be the smartest people. The winners will be the fastest learners. The people willing to experiment. The people willing to fail. The people willing to adapt. So if you, an entrepreneur, a home-based business owner, a content creator, a podcaster, or someone thinking of starting something, stop asking, "How do I stay relevant?" Instead, ask yourself, "What problem am I solving?" Then ask, "How can I solve it faster?" Then ask, "How can I make it easier?" And finally, how can I make the customer smile? Because when you solve problems consistently, people will start notice. When you create convenience, people remember. When you save people time, people pay attention. And when you master all three, your problems becomes very difficult to limit. So that's today's quick sip. If this episode gives you something to think about, share it with your fellow entrepreneurs, creators, or small business owners. And remember, products can be copied, price can be beaten, technology can be replicated. But the ability to understand people and solve their problems, now that's where the real advantage lives. Until next time, stay curious, stay hungry, and stay locked in. the Quick Sip Podcast.
Take a hit, level up. Every story from the mud to the top, never stuck. We got hustlers, builders, ones that never gave up. If you fall, stand tall, we ain't never backing up. Know the wounds, all the wins. Every loss got a cost, but it sharpened our skin. From the gutter to the glow, still respect where I've been. I'll never forget my roots, let the real begin. Hey!